Hey guys, Jeff from Float to Fishing Patreon. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I wasn't thinking. Maybe it's just me. I never really thought about this one product that was probably one of the more important things that we actually use quite often. Not offer. We use quite often. That's the action pump, our double action pump, our pumps that we use to inflate our boats. I never really thought about the importance of, let's say, maintaining our pump, period. Okay. And why am I bringing this up now? Well, just recently I purchased a new float tube behind me, which is the Go Plus hybrid float tube that I test run pretty recently. I actually used two different, two Float Plus boats, the Float Plus 1 and Float Plus 2. I actually currently still have my Gig Bob as well. And I actually picked up an inflatable kayak just recently. It was a great deal. I couldn't pass it up. And I was in the middle of actually trying to pump this up. Now, here's the thing. Each one of these boats has a different valve to inflate it. So everyone has a specific pump. And I had one pump, the NRS pump, and I'll put a picture up here in just a second, right up here. And that pump actually... So sorry for this interruption, but hopefully you're enjoying the video. And if you are, I hope you consider joining our Patreon. This Patreon is a sister site to our Float to Fishing Forum, which is a large social media network, and this helps support that. The idea behind our Patreon, so you understand, is to educate. That's what we've always been about, educating each other on the finer points of float tube fishing. To create discussion, deeper, rich discussion about our sport, and to cast a wider net and grab more float tubers throughout the world to connect us all in one place. So, one more time, if you're enjoying what you're seeing today, please go to our Patreon. Here's our link right here. Please go to our Patreon and join. It really will be beneficial and helpful to us to continue to grow this network. Thank you very much. Back to the video. Service most of my boats, no issues. The Go Plus behind me has similar valves to the Float Plus and to the Gig Bob, but the fitting for that pump is a little taller than what we use on the other two boats or the other three boats, and so it didn't fit at all. So it was a little concerning in the respect that I have a pump that I could use possibly on 4 different boats, but it doesn't work. The NRS gave me the ability to have multiple different connections that will connect to different boats. That one, unfortunately, the tube, there's a portion where the tubing fits in and you crank it. There's some teeth that latch in and hold the tube in place. Unfortunately, that has been put on and off so many times that one day I went ahead and twisted to put it on and the pins on the tubing snapped. Pretty easy fix in the respect. I just need to purchase a new tube. I'm just lazy, haven't got to it yet. The other day I had out the new kayak that I purchased, an inflatable one. It's just a older one that I got from someone, but it has the old style valves that have a twist lock on the top, long tube twist lock on the top. I'll show you an image of what that looks like. And this requires a basic, simple double action pump, which you can pick up for like $10 at any local sporting goods store. Well, I have one, and I pulled that out, and in the middle of pumping that up, the connection between the piston and the handle snapped. I'm like, what the freak? I've never seen that happen before. But this is an older pump. I actually tried to do some PVC glue on there and let that sit. It did not work. It held for a short period of time, but the pump just doesn't move anymore. And then I was actually out of the water, and I noticed that my Go Plus, no, excuse me, not Go Plus, my Go Plus. I'm getting a little confused here. My Go Plus, Float Plus, there you go. My Float Plus pump that comes with the Float Plus 1 and 2 was really stiff and wasn't moving quite right early in the morning. And in the middle of my pumping, the gasket on top between the handle and the body of the pump along the shaft slides out. It popped right out. I thought that was really strange. It continued to pump. It didn't really cause it a problem, other than I lost a short little distance of pump, and it just was a little rickety at that point. Got home later on, tried to see if I could pop it back in. It was not the easiest thing to pop back in. I kind of gave up for a short while. Float Plus is great. I mentioned it to them, and they already have one in the mail on its way to me. Um, and then I started thinking about this. Are we maintaining our pumps? Are we taking care of these things? And so I started looking a little bit more. As I was looking at the Float Plus pump, I noticed the shaft itself is dirty. It's grimy, and it's greasy. So unfortunately, grease, we understand, really catches a lot of grime. And I do a lot of saltwater fishing, a lot of salt, a lot of sand. Even when I'm on the street, I know the sand is there, and this stuff starts to bind and grab onto that shaft. And that's why I was having such a tough time moving this up and down. And so eventually, over time, it just starts to wear and tear and pulls at itself and starts to fall apart. So I thought to myself, why aren't we maintaining this stuff? So let me show you real quick. And I've already showed you a picture of what the pump looked like afterwards. So here's this is my Go Plus pump. I like the length of this, actually. It's a pretty nice long pump, which was a little bit taller for me, for my back. But right here, if you guys were watching that image, right here, this is the gasket that popped out. The gasket that popped out was, it basically has a foot underneath and on top that fits in between and allows us to glide up and down. Now, that being on the outside, like you saw, putting it back through seemed almost near impossible. I couldn't figure out how they did it in the first place. Today, I decided I need to work on this, and so what I did is I grabbed a pair of forceps. You can fit one side in, and then I had to forcefully push, and I'm sure I've kind of damaged it a little bit, but I had to forcefully push it back in. But here's the reason I bring this up. Most pumps can be taken apart. You can unthread the tops. This one doesn't, but you can unthread the top. In the respect, this one here, the bottom actually comes off, and I'm sure with the valve on the bottom, or the um, connection on the bottom, I can release the bottom and pull most everything out. Probably pull the entire thing apart if I wanted to at that point. Well, what I did was, after putting this back in, maintenance, simple, basic maintenance. What I'm going to start doing is that shaft right there, as you guys can see, pretty greasy. Okay, it's going to be pretty nasty. What I did is I actually took some grease, and in this case, I've got some Abu Garcia. It's actually a precision gear grease for reels, and I just kind of squirted a bunch around the edge and slid it up and down to get that to fill in. So what I noticed was, when I first started, I'm pulling back on that grease. It's fine right here, and then it sticks. It gets tough. So what I did was I brought it all the way up. I filled a good bit of grease all the way there, and then I pushed it all the way down. And now it's smooth and moves fine. So what I wanted to bring to you guys was this. We take care of boats. We get them out of the water. We clean them up. We take care of our rods and reels. We bring them out of the water. We clean them up. We take care of our tackle. We reorganize and put things away and toss stuff that doesn't need to be there anymore. We take care of our gear. Are you taking care of your pump? I didn't think about it, and reality is, I wish I would have thought about it. So pump maintenance, there's more to it, I'm sure, and I'm going to be looking into it, and I'm going to give you and bring you a little bit more pump maintenance along the way, and it'll be specific to each pump that you have. But that right there that I just showed you is probably one of the simplest basic things that any and every pump can actually benefit from. So if you haven't cleaned your pump up yet, it is not hard. Pull that rod up, clean it off, put some more grease on, and gently move it back and forth till it finally lubricates that piston up and down. And then we've got a good running pump that's going to last us for a while. So this is just something that recently happened to me. It just blew me away. I've got 4 different pumps sitting in my garage right now, and at the time, the only pump that was actually working was a foot pump. And again, fittings are another thing. I'm going to go over some of that stuff as well. But it really is important that we maintain our equipment, and our pumps are no different than anything else. So hopefully this is informative to you guys, and something you can use. This is Jeff with the Float to Fishing Patreon, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the water in 2025.